Hello!
That was our new shorter intro.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Before we start, this is Keith Fields.
And this is Lady Sarah.
And have you boiled your kettle? Are you ready for your hot water?
Yes.
We will be drinking Lady Grey tea today from my gorgeous little teapot with a spot of milk first.
Spot of milk, darling.
Spot of milk.
There we go. Just
perfect.
Just a splash.
Lovely. Now, before we start,
we've got our tip for the day, our tea tip for the day.
Our tea tip for the day.
Our tea tip for the day, for people who are not used to making tea, is you need to have boiling water.
Well,
especially if it's black tea.
Yes.
Not if it's green tea or white tea. They need water which is a little bit cooler. But
or fruit tea.
Or fruit. No, fruit tea's boiling water again.
How do you know that?
I did the research.
But you don't drink tea.
I know. I hate the stuff. Muddy water, as far as I'm concerned. I'm on the coffee. To show you what sort of a coffee snob I'm not, this is Nescafe Instant.
Oh, darling.
I know.
Please. My mother's watching.
Every coffee drinker in the world is turning in their grave. Yes.
So, let's tell you about the show. The show is Tea for Tuesdays, Thursdays, Tea, Troy. This is a local show. And we have some magic.
You missed out 2 p.m.
Oh, 2 p.m.
It's all the teas. That's when we're on. Before we start, a couple of big favours. If you're on Facebook or one of those things, please like the show. There is a chat thing, so you can actually chat and we will see what's happening. In fact, let's say hello to a couple of people. Dan Sperling is out there.
Perfect.
Lovely to see you, Dan. Rachel Mead.
Liz Harfield. How lovely.
And Mother's there. Look.
Oh, Mother. Mother's here all the way from Wales. Mother, that's wonderful.
So use the chat function to ask questions and say hello. Tag someone you know in there as well, or tag someone who should be watching, and it'll be great to see them. So as you said, this is a local show. We're about local stories and local people, and we'd also like to ask for your help. So if you know anyone that you think should be on the show, or you have a story you'd like to tell,
we'd love to hear.
Please email us, get in touch with us, or something like that.
So let's introduce our first guest. I'm
Yes.
so excited. She is a lady that I've worked with at the Troy Chamber of Commerce. She was actually the chair of the Women's Business Forum, I think for 2 years. But look at her here. Look at that cute little face.
Oh.
How sweet is she there?
We're doing sort of before and after pictures. It's fun, isn't it?
This is grown-up pictures.
Getting closer, getting closer.
And Keith, who is our special guest today?
This is a lady who works for Parks Title, who do all that sort of titling stuff when you buy a house. It's all very technical and very
Shall
clever.
we bring her in?
We shall. Give her a big round of applause. It is the lovely Anne Flynn.
Yay!
I've got my tea here with you too.
Oh, fantastic! How about that? Now you've got to tell us about those photos and what sort of age were you back then?
How old were you here when you were so cute?
Yeah, it was really cute back then when my mom didn't know how to do our hair. I was in my kindergarten picture. You should have seen she tried to cut our hair.
Yeah.
She used to put tape on our bangs and try to cut it.
Oh, the old famous bowl cuts, was that? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember those from when I was younger. So were you around here? Were you from, are you born and bred in this area?
I'm from Michigan, yeah, just up in the Thumb area. I grew up in Caro.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Look, we almost know where that is.
We do we? Do the hand thing. Do the hand thing.
It's right, like up here.
There we go. Now everyone knows, you see.
That makes sense.
Anyway, we have the occasional viewers from around the world who will have no idea what that means, but let's keep it a secret. I don't think they should.
It is. It's kind of a Michigan secret, so that's okay.
Yeah, that's how you know someone's really from Michigan.
I've been here long enough, obviously, that you know too.
Yeah, I know. Well, yes.
We have been here for a while.
Yeah.
But we did mess up on your title. Tell us, Anne. Tell us, as I bring up your banner. Oh, yes, I'm on the case. Just tell us, Park Title, what exactly do you do?
So anytime there's a residential or commercial real estate transaction, that's what we handle. We do all the paperwork, we do the closing, and we insure the property. So we make sure that you get clean title to the property and there's nobody else that can claim interest in it.
Wow.
That's right. So when we bought this house, that happened, but that was very much a go to an office and meet people experience. Is that? Hang on a second. This is the whole thing we mentioned here. We're jumping forward a little bit. But we were talking about when we talked to you the other day, and you said you're an essential worker. Is that the term?
Yeah. We're going to keep essential financial
surprised us in these times. Sorry, I'm speaking over each other. It quite surprised us in these times that you were essential. How does that work?
Yeah, so we are deemed essential under the financial services sector. So we have remained open. As many employees as can work from home. So we do have a limited number of staff in the office. And it's changed the dynamic of our business quite a bit. We're doing in-person closings still. We are just mask and gloves with our staff, cleaning the closing area between closings. We're limiting the number of people that can come in. The real estate agents are not coming to closing. The loan officers are not coming to closing. It's just us with the buyer or seller.
Yeah.
We're on refinance transactions with the borrowers.
Of course, the refinancing is a lot of people refinancing at the moment, aren't
Interest rates very low.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, we love that.
I forgot that's you're involved in that side of things as well. So that must be. So you're actually busy.
We are actually busy, and it's different with this time of year. Normally, we'd see a lot more purchase transactions, and real estate agents are not deemed essential, so they're not able to list and sell properties like they normally would have. Some of them are doing virtual tours and virtual listings. So we're seeing some of it. They're getting very innovative, and it's an interesting change in our industry for sure.
I was going to say, because we didn't think people were moving or buying houses, but they obviously still are.
Well, especially we assumed that whole side of the world would be dead.
We assumed it would be too, but it is not.
It's not. It's working hard. It's working hard.
So with that, how do you feel about being someone who's busier now? Is it a weird sort of thing when you've got so many friends with nothing?
It is a very strange situation. It's forced us to kind of change the way we do closings. Michigan was already moving towards the virtual closings as it was. They had just passed a law, or just passed in January. We were able to do e-notarization. We got the platforms approved in January by the Secretary of State. So we were just starting that whole process.
Yeah.
So it just kind of pushed it along a little bit faster. Some of the lenders aren't quite on board yet. They're not ready to take e-signatures, but we're able to do cash transactions and just sell side transactions. We are able to do virtually just like this. Essentially, we'd be on a call just like this, and you would be signing documents, and I'd be notarizing them electronically.
That's fantastic. We could just sit here and buy a house.
We wouldn't have to go anywhere. I think
we don't need a house.
We don't need another one. I think one of the big changes that's going to be happening at the moment, the way the world is working, is a lot of this new technology that has been available to us but has been kept away from us because it involves change, and
it does.
A lot of us don't like change. That change is now being forced on us, and people keep talking about the new normal.
Yes.
We wonder what it's going to be. Of course, our industry, which is another thing. You came to the soiree a few months ago, so
we had a giggle, didn't we? You brought your whole family. You brought many brother-in-laws.
I'm surprised you even invited me on because of that.
I seem to remember that you have had quite, shall we use the word, a boisterous family?
Yes. It's my husband's side of the family, though. So
Okay.
They were there for fun.
He had many brothers, from what I remember. How many brothers?
there's four. Yeah, there's four of them.
Yeah.
4 brothers.
Mm.
And they brought their mother along.
She loves you. She can't wait to come back. She absolutely adored the show. She had so much fun.
We can't wait to open again, but obviously that won't be for quite a while yet. We'll wait and see what the governor of Michigan says. But you came along, we had a great time, and since then, as I say, technology's changed, and as you say, you can now buy a house using. Are you using a different type of tablet, a different type of?
Yeah, there are certain ones that work with the system that we use. This Microsoft Surface I'm on right now is one of the ones that's the easiest to push everything through. And they set up an electronic signature, and I set up my electronic notary, and we just kind of go through the documents together, and then they're saved in that portal, and we're all done. The tricky part becomes, how do you give somebody a key when you're not face to face?
Yeah. Wow, that's brilliant. Okay, I like that. Yeah. I love the fact that things are changing. Well, Anne, you are an essential worker. Our next guest is not actually quite as essential as some people would think. I personally think he's quite essential. But I'm going to bring on our next guest. So I'm going to show you some pictures. So if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to pop you into the green room, as they have.
The virtual green room. But please stick around.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Well, we're going to get you back in a little while if it's all right, because we've got another guest who is a magician who is going to be doing some stuff, and we want you to stick around for that, if that's okay.
Great. I would love to. Thank you so much.
We'll see you in a few minutes.
Lovely. Now, hold on. Stay there. Stay with us while I bring up these wonderful pictures of our next guest. Of our next guest. Now, here he is. Bless him. He's got a bit of a big head.
Yeah, Ken's a sort of more in more senior years, as I am, and maybe that was children looked like, 50 or 60 years
in
ago.
the happy days.
Yeah.
Okay, but here he is, grown up. Look at that. Wow.
Look at that jacket. That is class. That really is. I seem to recognise that. It was, I think it was a tablecloth at Denny's I saw once.
Darling, you can't say that. You definitely can't say that. Do you want to give him a big round?
We shall welcome him. Yes, this is the man who is the director of the Humane Society of Macomb, which is a fantastic non-profit that does a great job. Please give a big round of applause for Ken Kempkens. Yay!
Hi, how are you guys?
We're great, Ken. How you doing?
Doing wonderful, thank you. Living here at home, but working from the house. Seems to be working all right for me. So
that's what. Who are you in the house with, Ken? Who are you socializing with, or rather not?
I'm working from home. My wife is working from home. She's working upstairs. I'm working downstairs, and we're both trying to just get past this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Again, being up in age, I am a little bit more receptive to being, possibly getting this virus. So I'm kind of staying safe while I can.
Yeah.
But I have a great staff. I have a great staff back at the shelter who are taking care of about 22 animals that we still have in the shelter right now. We're fortunate that we were able to get quite a few into fosters. 29 of them are in foster, or either that foster or in a situation where they're doing a trial adoption. So that's good, because if they're out of the shelter, it's a lot easier.
Ken, we did a great fundraiser for your organization last year, which we loved.
It was so much fun.
We did a big magic show, brought in close-up magicians, raised lots of funds for the shelter. But the interesting thing was, we came to the shelter to do some promo videos, and you had pigs and goats, and
we have horses, pigs, goats, and we are actually this year we're going to have a summer camp that's going to start in July, and we're going.
So you're expecting children as well?
Yeah. It's going to be a fun time, we think, and it's also going to be a good learning experience for the kids. So, on our website you can sign up for that, and it'll be a week-long process. I'm sure by July, some parents are going to be thinking that this might be a great way to take a break for
absolutely
things they're going through today and this day.
Yeah.
So what's the most unusual animal that you've had brought to you then at the Humane Society?
Well, realistically, we only deal with dogs and cats, so it's not, they're not really unusual.
But there are horses and pigs and things get brought to you.
Yes, we've rescued 2 horses, and we've rescued a pig, which turned out to be 3 pigs, because she was pregnant when we rescued her. We didn't know that, so we ended up about a month later having 3 pigs. So
wow, that's amazing.
Surprises all the way. You never know what's going to happen next.
Absolutely.
I remember we got to meet, they say in our business, never work with animals and children, and we got to meet some of the animals because we came in and did some promo vids for you as well. And there's a couple of memories I have. One was a dog called Kodak, who I was trying to get to choose a card. I'm not sure what happened to him, but
Kodak's been adopted.
He was adopted.
Gorgeous. I'm trying to remember what breed he was.
He was a bit of a mixture, I feel.
Bit of a mixture. Lovely dog. But then a few weeks after that, we were doing a spot on the local TV show for you, and we had another one of the dogs there, and I was trying to do a card trick, and this blooming thing kept licking my ear all the way through.
You should never do television with animals.
It was one of the funniest moments for me, sort of trying to concentrate on 3 things at once.
You can actually see that one up on our website.
It was especially fun when you were trying to get the cats to line up in a row. I remember
Ken, we've got a message here from a guy called Fred Lenter, who says thank you for your work. It really is a huge thing to do at this time, looking after all those animals. And And as you say, you've got a great staff, and that's wonderful.
So
we appreciate all those kind of comments, and we do our best to try to make sure that we're taking the best care of animals on a daily basis. So
now, are you still accepting animals, or what's happening at the moment?
Right now we're on hold for animals until the governor releases the stay-at-home order. We've kind of been on a stalemate with the 22 animals that we have in the shelter. But myself and my staff member are working on a safe return to work process so that we can kind of have the shelter prepared for some plans for when we do reopen, so that we can stay safe and we can make sure that the people that come in are safe as well. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So important. And I know you've got a great word of wisdom for us at the end, but there's some good things happening at the shelter. People are dropping off food, is that right?
Yes, absolutely. We have a pet pantry, and basically what it is, the people have donated food over the years and over especially the last 3 months. And what we do is when people are calling and they are talking about whether they're going to be able to keep their animals or not, and if it's a food issue, we invite them down, we give them food and make sure. That's open to everybody in Macomb County, and if it was somebody that was out of Macomb County, I would be willing to make sure that they were able to get food as well for their dog. We have a lot of food to be able to handle.
Perfect. Well, that's good to know, Ken, and we will put up your details at the end of the show so people can email or contact you in any way we want.
And let's keep our fingers crossed that next, when it comes to next year's fundraiser, you mentioned the fundraiser we did last year, that I assume that's something you would like to be able to do again.
Yeah.
Yes. We have it planned again this year at called Magical Dogstravaganza. It's going to be a Palazzo Grande this year, which is going to be able to handle more people than last year.
Oh wow!
We're looking forward to that again this year. So
brilliant. Brilliant. Well, Ken, I'm going to bring Anne back in and we're going to watch. See, here we go. Anne, you need to meet our next guest. Hello, Anne. Look at that. I can just bring you in and out, in and out.
I love it.
He's doing everything. I'm just sitting here. I'm just watching the show and along for the ride.
I want to show you the pictures of our next guest. He's a little cutie. Are you ready for these? Okay, look at him. Look how cute he is. Oh he's such a sweetie.
It's funny, when you see a picture like that, you have to guess the age, because the reality is this guy, I think that picture makes him look as if it was sort of a 50s baby.
He is quite old.
He's not a 50s baby.
I don't know, but look at him there. That's a cheeky grin.
And that picture reminds me of one of those grotty 70s TV shows with the families in them,
That's loving, darling. Let's see our friend in action. He is a dear friend. Do you want to give the introduction
Yes. He is. I call him the second funniest magician in Michigan because I don't need the competition. But he is one of our favourite people. In fact, yes, go on, run the video.
Let's watch him in action.
You can see him in action.
Got the key here somewhere to the bathroom. This is a rough neighborhood, man. Well, here it is. I got it right here. There it is. If anybody needs it, it'll be over there. How's it look? Pretty good? Okay, to speed things up, we're going to use this one. Oh, you did see the world famous rope trick. Well, you just saved all of us 8 minutes.
Yay!
Yay!
So here he is, the one and only Mr. Jasen Magic. Yay!
Oh, hi. How are you guys?
We're great. How you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. I brought my tea. It's green tea.
Green tea?
Green tea?
Yeah.
Splash anything else in that tea?
Oh, I'm taking that. Hold on. What's in there?
There we go.
No.
So cheers.
Oh, really, darling? That's good.
So how are you guys?
We are excellent. We are excellent.
We are really good. Yes, we really are. We're looking for some entertainment though, Jasen. Do you know anybody?
Oh my gosh, I do. He's the second funniest magician in Michigan.
I knew you'd pick up on that one.
Okay, so because of that, I'm going to give you the finger trick.
Oh,
hold on. I'm thinking I should.
Because how funny is that?
Oh, hold on.
Right? Finger right through the ear. All right. No. I got a good one for you guys. Check this out. So I was just reading my current events, right?
Yeah.
And I'll show a good one to you. All you gotta do is watch.
Jasen, you've just ruined the paper.
because what's so great about magic is that we can break things and we can fix things. Check this out. Let me show you. Watch. All these little pieces you see right here. Watch very closely. You ready?
Yeah.
Good luck. Huh? I didn't do it yet. Seriously, if I did, it would look like that. Like that? People, I live with me. All right, so that's it. So now what?
Do you get into trouble everywhere you go? I mean, just tearing things
seriously,
up.
I have this many friends. Yeah.
But that's weird because magicians do tend to make this habit of destroying things and putting them back together. I mean, everything from big things to small things, like,
Well, that's why we're, such huge hits at parties. For example, let's say you got a balloon, a pair of scissors just chilling around. Check it out. Here's a magic trick for you. Watch. I'll do it in super slow-mo.
Yeah, go on then.
You're going to make a dog?
You see that?
I think I heard the dog sort of bark in the background when he cut it. It was
No, that was my wife. She's telling me to hurry up. It's lunchtime. Watch closely. Watch closely. Magic.
Really?
What?
That word!
You hear that? You see that? People, I know. Thank you. Please
That's not
send all
right.
your tips and donations to the Humane Society. They are my charity for this tea time.
Hey, thank you.
So Jason, are you doing much in the way of what do they call virtual shows? Is this a new market that's opening up?
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing. We aren't essential, Anne. We're technically not essential.
I discovered this.
But I mean, we are needed. Entertainers, we're needed. But right now, it's difficult to get a group of people together. So I get requests for things like this, virtual entertainment. But it's not the same. I can't reach out. I can't touch. I can't have a live audience. It's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Anne comes prepared.
Oh,
One
and
make there weren't 10 of us.
No, Jason, not up your nose.
that's
not
my mask right there.
That's So moving on from Jason nasally decongesting himself in public, if that's the term, we like to finish this show on some positive thoughts and some positive things. So has anyone got a really nice positive thought that we can take away with us and hang on to and that'll warm the cockles of our hearts? If our hearts have cockles.
I don't know. I think that's a British phrase, isn't it? Cockles of our hearts.
Have you ever heard that phrase, our American friends here?
No, you said cuckold?
Cockles.
Cockles.
Cockles. Yeah,
Cockles.
No, you don't want to.
Yeah. Do you know what cockles are?
Cockles, they're small little shellfish.
Is it? I thought it was plural for something else.
No.
Moving forward, Ken.
No, like those little fish. Is it multiple little fish?
Can we get Jason back to the green room? Ken, come up with something deep, meaningful, thoughtful at this time for us all.
Hey, I think that one of the best things that's happened to us, and since my staff and I took over the shelter, we figured this week that we have adopted out more than 3,700 animals, which is pretty positive. So,
wow.
It's fantastic.
That is fantastic.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
That is really.
I got one.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
No, I got a good one. You guys. I got a good one. Okay, so listen, you have to look at the world right now like a magic trick. The magician has broken it, but in time, magic will fix it, heal it. So all you guys have to really do is just wait for that moment when everything will go back together. I promise things will go back together. And when they do, everyone will just be like, oh, magic.
So we're waiting for the magician to go, ta-da!
Yeah. But we're going to not leave it up to the second best magician. We're going to leave it for the best magician in Michigan.
No, I didn't say I was the best.
Children,
No, I didn't say you. I didn't say it was you. It could be Anne. I'm just saying.
Anne's got a positive thought for us.
Come on, bring us back to normality.
I just think we just need to allow ourselves some grace as we all navigate this situation. You know, we're all part of this really big situation that's happening to all of us at the same time, but we're each in it with our own unique circumstances. So somebody might be an extrovert that's stuck at home and not able to be with people, which is what they need. And some people are, you know, working, both of you working from home and trying to navigate that, or trying to homeschool children, or maybe losing their jobs. Like we're all going to have struggles, and we just have to allow ourselves a little bit of grace, and we'll get through this.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's
Thanks
perfect.
very
That's
much.
just perfect.
And especially at a time like this, we all need to also, you know, remember the neighbours and the next door neighbours to them. There may be some people living a couple of doors away from us who actually need a bit of help or need something delivered or whatever. You know, be aware of your neighbourhood, folks.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Keith, do you have one final thing to say with our little video? Should we drop in a little video?
I think we got to, yes. This is something that happened.
We've got 3 minutes left.
We got, okay, a couple of minutes. This is something that happened in our local neighbourhood just recently. Our next door neighbour, we have a little internet Facebook group thing for our neighbourhood. And something appeared on there yesterday about, we have a doctor who lives in our area who's working in a local hospital in the COVID unit, and she asked us all to turn out basically just to clap him off to work.
And let's just have a little quick show of this.
So remember them as well.
Remember them, and it was lovely to turn out with our neighbours. We had masks. We were 6 feet apart.
We were all spatially aware.
But just think about those folks right now.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So once again, thanks very much for joining us. Thanks to Ken. Thanks to Anne.
Thank you.
Jason.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for everything you're doing for us at this moment. And do tune in Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 o'clock.
But also, if you want to go onto our website, themagicsoiree.com, suggest guests that we can interview. And all our guest details will be up at the end of the show. We'll see you again soon, people.
Thanks very much. Bye.
Bye now.